Well, hello and welcome along to everyone who's joining us for our live broadcast today. We are full steam ahead for this from the gantry, but we have to report to you first up that the match itself, whilst not jeopardised by the weather, certainly may have its dynamic affected by this torrential stair-rod rain which is upon us and which has appeared almost from nowhere in the hour or so up to kick-off. It could prove a considerable test for the officials and certainly for the players. We do have our fingers crossed that it won't affect the game itself. But I'll tell you what, this could be a bit different. This must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. Two high-profile, high-caliber teams. This is a welcome event for all these supporters.
Yes, Peter, it's a shame it's only a friendly, but then again, that may help us see a more expressive attacking contest. And I'd be prepared to settle for a clash of lesser intensity in favour of lots of flair, skill, and plenty of tricks, and a few goals. I suspect I've probably overstretched my level of greed here.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Alexander-Arnold. Forward it goes. Jordan Henderson. Alexander-Arnold. Tries to get it forward quickly. That is terrific skill. Going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Lo Celso. Højbjerg. Lo Celso. Thiago. And it's played forward. Now it's Mane. Drilled in low. And he's there to hoof it away. Henderson cleans it out wide. A really good feat. So who's he picking out? Henderson goes for the cross. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. He's had a shot! Just off target. Gets up to head it! That's gone a long way up and away. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Shoots! A real chance and a real let-off.
Look, it was achievable, Peter, but it needed his best.
Reguilon. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Tottenham, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Højbjerg. Got a sight of goal here. Gomez is there to heave it away. That's great strength on the ball.
Liverpool have pushed both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, it's a bold attempt, in my opinion, to occupy the opposition in a way they're not expecting.
It was a move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Van Dijk. Mohamed Salah. Fabinho. And here's Roberto Firmino. Gorgeous control there. And it's Thiago. Just brushed off the ball there. Thiago has got himself a free kick. And he's going direct. There's the ball in. Managed to get it away. Lovely feet. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Played into the middle. Well read, he sorted that out. Back into the middle. And he just whacks it away. Reguilon. Heading towards half-time, and it is still scoreless. Gomez. Jordan Henderson. Van Dijk. Van Dijk drives it forward. Robertson. Now it's Roberto Firmino. Now it's Mane. Good clearance and very necessary. Liverpool get it back again. Alexander-Arnold. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
And here's Roberto Firmino. Thiago. Henderson. And here's Roberto Firmino. The referee's awarded a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
He's gone for goal! Chooses to go back. And it's Thiago. Jordan Henderson. And here's Roberto Firmino. Robertson clips one through. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. What do you think we're up to?
When we had that.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. Already up and running for the second half.
Tottenham can be very glad that half-time came when it did. Poor possession and very little firepower means they need a serious pick-up in this second half. No guts, no glory.
Out towards the flank. And here's Mane. Robertson. And here's Henderson. Mane. Reguilon. Reguilon plays it forward. He's left his man. Son Heung-min tried to play it through.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Thiago plays it out to the wing. That's a promising ball. There's no flag. And it's sprayed out wide. The ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. Still nothing to reflect upon in terms of goals here. It is 0-0. Oh, sweet feet. Højbjerg. Tries a shot! And a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. That's the talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Well, he's asking for trouble, Peter, and with this urge to nibble away, I think the ref is spelling it out for him now.
Gomez. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. And it's Son Heung-min. And here's Kane. Son Heung-min. Henderson gets his foot in there. Thiago. Robertson. Van Dijk. Gomez. Firmino gets into a dangerous position. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Sanchez. Well, the pressure is relentless. It's a very, very high press.
Yeah, because it's all about winning the ball back at the earliest opportunity, a trigger by one player for the others to follow, and designed to force opposition mistakes.
It's Kane! Robertson. Henderson. Mohamed Salah. He hits it! And it's Kane. Lo Celso out to the right. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Son Heung-min! Mohamed Salah. Now it's Roberto Firmino. And he's surging through. Mane gets away from his opponent. And he's got the ball glued to his feet. And Firmino! They've scored!
They'll kick themselves if that doesn't turn out to be the clincher. What a time to score.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Firmino really showed good strength there, held his man off, didn't let himself get bullied, and got his effort away. Maintained control.
Tottenham have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, it's been their hard work that has got him this lead, but I just wonder whether they can keep it up. This may take a toll now.
Oh, really good feet from him. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Lo Celso. Lo Celso! Oh, that is rather wayward. Tottenham making another change here. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Lo Celso. Lucas Moura plotting from out on the right-hand side. Tottenham desperately need a goal, and this could well be their last chance. Oh, they could break here. Robertson finds himself eased off the ball. Liverpool are making a change now.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Thiago. Van Dijk. Fabinho. Van Dijk. Hoists it forward. Mohamed Salah gets it out to the wing. Plenty waiting in the middle. Whipped in. Oh, real danger here. Clears it out of harm's way. So that's it. It is all over. Always in the balance, and in the end, one goal was enough. They are narrowly beaten. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
It's a poor result. They offered very little goal threat, and it's the kind of unproductive performance that can drain confidence pretty quickly. At the business end, they just can't close a deal.
So before we go, many thanks to Jim Beglin for his input, and from us both, good afternoon.